Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome to JJ's ChessPatzerPalace. Another day of wizardry. It's going to be all day. Wizardry stream for Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord. This is the reboot by Digital Eclipse 2024 reboot. Basically, it's the 1981 game with the 1981 mechanics. They have updated and made it better for the player experience, plus the graphics. It's very well done. The character models, the bestiary, I think is really impressive. In the original Wizardry, you could identify the monsters that you're going against and get more information about them. And so the bestiary is quite well done. And then as you identify those creatures, you learn more and more about them, and like what type of attacks they do, what type of resistance, what their hit dice is. It's all based on D&D, so it's very, very cool. I like the touches in the dungeon when you cast a Lomoa spell, which gives you more light to find secret doors. Your torch turns purple. The reflections off the doors from the torch, the traps, original traps, you got to watch out. Even if your thief says that this trap, there is no trap, you better click teleporter because you don't want to get teleported into solid granite. So it's a very difficult game. I played it in 1981 on an Apple II Plus, so this is not my first rodeo with Wizardry, but I am playing this on Monday and Thursday morning at 11 o'clock. Sorry, I'm a little late today. Took my time, and my kitty needed some love, so I am on now. Sorry about that. He's a good boy. He's right with me. So we'll get started here. The schedule for Proving Grounds. Put that up. Here is the schedule for Wizardry Variants Daphne. Multi-streaming on JJ Plays Wizardry today. TOS prevents me to have the multi-stream chats up for other formats. So I will not be able to comment or see your comments if you're watching on YouTube. If you have questions or you just want to make a comment on my content, please do so. If you like it, if you don't like it, if you think this is really cool or that's not really cool, or just want to talk about the game, I will respond as soon as I see it. Usually I check about 3 times a day after I wake up, and I usually wake up a little late in the mornings, so but I will respond and to every comment. And I appreciate you guys sharing, liking, subscribing. Yeah, I very much appreciate it. And then the Discord, and we got a kitty, and he loves to get in here on my computer now. He can turn it off, and he knows how. He can hit the button, and he's trying to do so now, but he's stuck on my knee. And yeah, it ain't gonna work today, please. So we'll get the Discord. He's amazing. Love my Shadow. Princess is more demure, but Shadow's like, hey man, this is my time. No, you're not getting up on my knee. You want to help me with the keyboard? Yeah, we'll show you. We'll show you. I'll pick you up and give you a big hug. And we'll get started here pretty soon. Oh yeah? Yeah. Come here. Yeah. Elevator up. Let's go. Yeah, let me. Let's go, big guy. He is my wingman today, and every day. And he is just a good writer. He loves the attention. I got Princess tearing up the back of my chair. Right on. So Princess is going, hey, what about me? We love Princess too. Yeah, you're just a cutie. You just want to be loved. Alrighty. Got the kitties ready. No shock collars on them. They are amazing. Great kids. So, we'll get started today. Thank you for watching today. I appreciate it. And we'll get this underway. I have level 13 characters. On Monday, I decided to go back and try to see things I missed. And there's certain areas you can't get to if you take the elevator, and there's certain areas if you take the stairs, of course, you can't get to. And I think it's a 18 by 18 map usually, or 19 by 19, I'm not sure. But what's really nice about this game is the original interface is in the bottom right corner. This is what we saw on an Apple II Plus or a Commodore 64, is this bottom right corner of the map right here. That was the graphics. That was the interface. And this works. Actually will work. As I move up to the corner here, you'll see movement as I come to the corner. So this was the game. The graphics were giant pixels of a picture would appear of the critters and a description. That's all it was. I had a color monitor back then on my Apple II Plus. I bought an extra monitor, a TSR 80 color monitor from Radio Shack. So I saw, I think, 4 basic colors. I think it was green, red, black and white, or there might be yellow in there. I don't know, but it was pretty basic back then. So this game has been completely upgraded, and they did a good job on it. I haven't run into any bugs. Now, if your choice is between the brand new Wizardry variants DAPHNE that came out on your iPhone and Android in 2024 as well, and PC on Steam in March of 2025, hands down, this is a game that is a reboot of a 1981 original vector line graphic mechanics compared to Wizardry variants DAPHNE, which is absolutely probably the best Wizardry game that's been ever made. That's just my opinion. I am not sponsored by anybody. This is just knowing that playing them both. I love them both. I enjoy them both. But if it was a choice between the two, but if you want a nostalgia feel, and the original, very first Wizardry game by Surtech, Proving Grounds is for you. But in my opinion, Wizardry variants DAPHNE, just the mechanics, they updated what computer designers can do now compared to what they could do back then. This basically has graphics that show the walls in a dungeon, and the encounter models are pretty cool. But from the standpoint of Wizardry variants DAPHNE, the interaction between the characters, the voice acting, music, everything about it, it's probably the best Wizardry game ever. That's just my opinion. We go into a dark area, and the reason why I haven't camped and put my defense shield up, my AC shield, is because if you go into dark areas, it counters magic. So I have my regular torch, and I like what they did with this, actually. Now I'm at the elevator. I'm going to use the elevator a little bit more. I am going to go down to the 9th floor. I know it's a stretch. I really would like to get 6, 7, and 8 fully mapped out, but I think today we'll go for an item run. Items need to be identified, and they can be cursed, and boy, they're hard to get off, especially if you don't have the gold coin to go to the temple to do so. So with that said, we're going to get ready to go, but a bishop has the identify skill. After 44 years, I forgot which one it was. I thought it was the mage, but it was the bishop. So I have a level 10 bishop back up at the inn, at the tavern actually. Lomawah is more light. You see my torch turns purple, and now I can see hidden doors. Big Shield is my AC buff for the adventure. I have some good equipment. I got lucky. I found a ring early on that was worth 250,000. Now, when you take and identify it at the trading post, it's only the value of what the item is worth. So you really don't make any, can't make any progress in gold coin to buy things due to the fact that if you have to pay 250,000 to identify it, and gold is not easy to come by. So the great thing was my bishop could identify it, was successful, and I added 250,000 gold to my coffers, and it was cursed. And the other nice thing is you can see the item icon that they show for each item you get, and sometimes it's really obvious what's cursed. And this had a ring with spikes in it inwards towards your fingers. So obviously to me, I was like, I had an item like that way back 44 years ago, and I accidentally equipped it, and it took me forever to get it off my character. So some can benefit, some are not beneficial. Okay, so we're ready to go. It's pretty easy, pretty simple. Simple mechanics, but I thought they did a really good job on this game. I really do. And I haven't run into any bugs that I can find. There's a couple of interface things that I think should be a little cleaned up, but especially when trading in and out characters, and for some reason you have to be on the character screen when you remove a character at the tavern. I was on the item screen checking their items because I was transferring to a bishop, so I was moving all my items with my characters, went to the tavern, tried to remove my character, it wouldn't remove, and I mean, it's the same main screen. It's, you know, it's got the character screen, it's got the items, and then it's got the spells, and I thought that my tavern was full for my extra characters, and you need backup characters in this game because you will lose them. Now, back in the day, the designers had a workaround for permadeath, so casual players could, you know, progress. And those that were really into D&D and really into, you know, hardcore, they could experience permadeath if they wanted to, and that was called a 5 1/4 floppy disk. And you put it in the Apple II Plus, and yes, we did have a save disk, and we could save our characters. So in this game, I'm not going to save them. I would have to turn off the computer after I died and then come back, and hopefully it didn't save before that. I don't want to mess with that. If I experience permadeath, I experience permadeath. So I have already got 3 backup, or 2 other backup groups just in case. Level 8 and 10, and level 6 and 8. So you got to make backup characters. Just have to. Wizardry is unforgiving. And I'll show you the area. I am going to go to the elevator, and I am going to go to the 9th floor, but I am not going to jump down to 10. I really want to get to the find the stairs and get down that way. And I probably on Monday will do another run, just getting more of the full map done. So we're going to go to floor 9. This is dangerous. You know, if I hit a teleporter, it gets put into solid granite off a chest, lose my party immediately. Could also lose my party to monsters down here, and there are some monsters I haven't seen yet. We just saw fire giants, not last on Monday because I did the 3, 4, 5 leveling, just map searching, trying to get everything in the map. I did miss something on level 3. I was kind of surprised at, but the cat chicken statue. But with the time before that, I ran into fire giants for the first time, and your characters have to identify them and recognize what they are. And so that was kind of gnarly. There were 3 of them. They were big. So we will go through the dungeon today. I have mapped this out, but I can't get any farther because you have to get to the stairs and map the other side out. So we got wyverns, and spirits. Spirits are nasty because they can take a level from you. Now, I am going to use my best 2 fighters and split them. I am worried about the spirits more. I think I will go with a prayer to change my AC, to better my AC. This adds another 4 to my AC for the encounter. And then I'm going to Blizzard Blast the wyverns because I think they're impervious to fire. So that's row 2, and this was just, you can see the interface 1 and 2, which row that you tack in, and that's the picture. It looked like I don't know what that is, actually. There was a lot of things I didn't know what it was back then, but we used our imagination. I'm gonna go with a bigger fire on the spirits. I probably, you know, I might. Yeah, I think we'll go with Lito on the torch with the spirits. So fire on the spirits, and I could dispel the spirits, but I don't get experience points. So that's why I'm letting them. There's my prayer. And we took some of the wyverns out. We didn't get them all. And the fire spell was ineffective. Now we're taking it in the shorts here. This is gonna hurt. Boy, they're rocking me. Oh man. Yeah, now the wyverns move up, so I'm gonna have to do another Blizzard Blast. Gonna use 1 on the wyverns, the other 2 on those spirits, man. I might dispel. I think I'm in trouble here, so. Tough start right off the bat. I think we'll hit the Blizzard Blast. And I think we'll hit 2 of them just to make sure we're kind of in trouble. Spirits are impervious to spells, it looks like. We still got 1 wyvern left there. It goes. Now the spirits are going to hit me again. And ineffective. Taking some definite damage in the front row. we got one of them. And now we got 3. I think we're just going to have to tank. Defend. And still getting shots off. It looks like only a 48-sided die that they're attacking me with. I'm not sure. Taking it in the shorts right off the morning gun here. Yeah, I think we got through it. Thank you all for watching. Appreciate it. Now this is always a scary thing. And I need items, so I'm still looking for +1 rubs. I haven't found them. So we'll inspect. Crossbow bolt. I want to check this. This is my first chest of the day. And in the original Wizardry, the chests kind of, once they started popping, and they are random, but it just seemed like all of a sudden those are the kind of chests you open and found. So if it starts off with a teleporter or an exploding box right away, they say it is a crossbow bolt, 95% certainty. But it would keep throwing those type chests at you, and you get a teleporter. About 3 weeks ago, I did experience one. I wasn't even thinking. It was a 70% chance of getting it right, and it was a teleporter, and it threw me to a random place in the dungeon. Didn't know where I was. Luckily, it threw me from level 9 to level 1, but I didn't go into solid rock and lose all my characters. We'll disarm it. Crossbow bow. Fuck. Damn. That kind of hurt. Well, we're going to have to camp. Boy, that was right off the bat. Disarmed the bolt, and it failed. So, we got to go with Dalco, cure poison, first and foremost. Whoa. Oh, what am I thinking? The Tomb of Mophis, same as the Wizardry variant Daphne. I just woke up. That was my fault. And of course, Wizardry variant Daphne, the traps and the spells are based on the original game, and this is the original game. Every odd level, you get a spell tier. So level 13, and you get all 7 spell tiers, and as you go up, you have a max of 9. So in each tier, and let's see here. My thief really got rocked. This is a max use, and I have 4 of these spells by my priest, so we're still okay, but need to get him back up there. Her back up there, excuse me. Get a cure on theory. And this is a D&D roll, so you can roll a 1. And I rolled a 2. So you have to use multiple spells to get that. This is the original interface. We'd never seen anything like it. There was nothing like this for personal computer. And that's what was enduring. And with permadeath, I mean, it was very unforgiving. That was a good roll. Got a 7, so I'm pretty happy with that. I do need my 4 spells, so I am going to try to go with my Dio spell. Try to make up for it that way. Another 2, and you have to go back, hit the spell, and then come back instead of just clicking on the character again. So, and I think we're good right now. Everybody's healed, everybody's good, still got my spells, we can still move on. So we're doing decent today. Get out of camp. And let's explore. Friendly group of trolls, they hail you and welcome. It is going to be a good fight. I usually, oh, it's only 1. I usually don't do that. I actually run away. I think I've identified him. Got a good hit on him. There we go. If it was massive, I probably would try the spells, but some of these critters down here are impervious. So we inspect the chest. Says no trap. Always when that happens. 77% chance. Always click a teleporter. Even if there's no trap found, click teleporter just in case. Because if it all of a sudden says failed to open the trap with no trap on it, then cast a Calfo with your priest. Yes, yeah, we love you. Love, love. Alrighty. 4 Wervins, we're going to be okay. Turn that up a little bit. Hope my sound and everything's going good. Let me know if there's any weird thing on it. Let's see. Fight, fight, fight. If I stand there and try to identify, I could get hit. So I think we will cast Blizzard Blast, get through it, and a little mop up with the fire. I think they're impervious to fire. We'll find out. Level 9 today. Taking on some harder critters in the dungeon. I am not ready for 10. I need to get up a couple levels before that, and it's going to take a while to get those levels. I think I'm still like 100,000 away. Just on 14, and I want extra spells. Plus, if you have 2 mages in the group, that doesn't mean they're going to have exactly the same spells based on your stats and your rolls. So, definitely, this is D&D. It's minus back then. Okay, we'll inspect the chest. Exploding box, I knew. Yeah, down here, it's nasty. So there is a Calfo spell for priests, and I'm going to check, and that's tough. That is a tough one. The thief says exploding box. The priest says it's splinters. Do you trust your thief, or do you trust splinters? Okay. And this could be tough. 77 bad percentage down here. It was an explain block. Yep, I just lost a character. Well, that rocks. That sucks. I shouldn't have went with the priest. And that's the kind of decision that kills you. So we have dead characters. So now it could turn to ash. I could lose this character at level 13. That is pretty brutal, actually. So we got a camp. Rend was killed instantly. I probably should have took the most damaging thing, and that was my mistake. So we are having an interesting start here. I could lose my character. Yeah. I love you, man. Yeah. Yeah. What up? Yeah, we love you. All right. So, this is going to be a tough one. Can my priest oh, shit. Yeah, you got through. You got through. My defense wasn't good enough. Hopefully the mic doesn't go off. I could... I could go with a D with life, or I could go with the 7 spells. So Cadorto, I'm going to go Rebirth. Gives maximum hit points back. I think we'll do it. And kill the character. So now this is probably a big chance to lose my first character here. So we are going to try to cure these guys up and try to get them back a little bit so I can get out of the dungeon. So we do have a death. And this is where you get permadeath. So this is how it happens. It'll be a good clip. Just trying to animate those spells. So there's a great cure. Get these guys the ability to get out of the dungeon, because what's going to happen is I'm going to run into more encounters on the way out now that I have 5. Wizardry is the Dungeon Master in the original. Not good rolls. Not good rolls, but we want to get everybody healed up so I can get up. Man, I took it on the shorts today. Right off. Had a good run the other day with items that I got, but not today. So this looks like it's going to go downhill. And we will get out. We're going to try to get back without getting hurt. Didn't make it far today, 9. And there's possibility, dude. And this actually is my best mage. It has the most spells in tier 7 spells. And has a spell that's Tilt-a-Watt that you can use that's really good for the final battle. I think, yeah, I'm out. I'm out of spells. Had to use them all. Wizard Blast. Yeah, this could be tough. Trying to get out of the dungeon. Got a death this morning. I had a choice between Splinters and the Exploding Box, and I thought the Priest would know instead of the Thief, and the Thief knew. And the Exploding Blast destroyed my characters. Killed one. And I should have known better. And that's what happens in Wizardry. So we got one dead. Will the temple res, or will I have to use another mage? And my mage is not 13, a backup mage. Okay, so we're on our way back. Did really good so far without having a lot of deaths, but it changes in a heartbeat, I tell you that much. Run, run, run. Well, this is where it all happens. Gotta get lucky. We'll see. Hopefully, that's my best mage. So, I do want to do one thing first before I forget. My bad. Let's go back to the inn. We got to do this. Everybody's got their spells back. Gonna click the items. We do want to get the staff too. Oh, you found a staff. Give to a party member here, and give to a party member, and give to a party member. Alrighty, and he's got nothing on him. I mean, I don't have any rogues +2, so that sucked anyway, but that was a massive mistake by me, and you pay for it in this game. Here we go. Murmur, chant, pray, invoke. Oh my God, he did heal. And Rend is back. So, did not permadeath. That was a good thing. I haven't lost anybody to permadeath. I did wipe out a backup group and a primary group, trying to get the backup group to get him out of the dungeon early on. And so far I haven't experienced permadeath in this game. Originally I did back in the day. And that's why I did save disc after that. And so now we take the items, staff 2, give them back to Rend, give them back to Rend. Only a bishop can identify. And he's equipped, he's ready to go. And we're back on the road again. Hopefully I won't do that same mistake. Boy, that was a little bit tricky. Could have been bad. We'll see what happens. Be playing Wizardry Daphne tonight at 6:30. And we'll try again on floor 9. Also, old school, every time we went down there, the map would restart over. So you used to have to get graph paper to graph out the game. Oh, excuse me. Once you get an item in the game, all your characters have that item. Do I feel a pog trying to type? You are so funny. He is going up as I'm typing. He's doing this through the little crack with the under table on my keyboard. That is so cute. You are a good boy, buddy. You're amazing sauce. You're my best buddy. Okay, we are on 9 again. Try to hit this again. Didn't get far, tell you that much. It was whamma jamma, thank you ma'am, boom. Rock and roll on my mage. One little lady priest, okay. Aha! We will, on this, identify, so I get more information. See if it fails. Only 9 damage. What? Oh, I forgot something. I forgot something. Oh boy. All right. Crossbow bolt, man. And my AC is not high enough. I didn't camp. Well, and I could always not open the chest. Crossbow bolt. Failed to disarm. Yeah, they both say it's crossbow. Okay, got one open. There you go. All right, I forgot to lower my AC, which would have been even worse damage. Hidden doors. That wasn't right. Okay. Got my AC down. To -6, that's your Thaco to hit. Ratio. 3 totals. We should be alright on these. I think they're impervious spells too. Let's see. I think they are susceptible to fire. We're gonna block and then we're gonna cast. And we're gonna cast a little one just to mop up. So big fire spell, little fire spell. There's one down. They are susceptible to fire, that's right. They regenerate too, which is kind of tough. What the frick? Oh my god, the game is just I lost both of my majors. You gotta be freaking joking. Like I said, when it throws this stuff, it throws it a lot. Man, that's crushing. Well, that is crushing. We gotta go back up. Boy, I'm having a rough one today. When I loaded this game, I got off to the wrong side of the load screen. Definitely. So, man, this is tough. So we'll try to heal him. I got 2 spells to do so. Did live. What am I doing? What happened? What happened there? God damn it. Jeez. Don't like rend. It don't like rend. And we're limping back. We are limping back. Man, what a day. That is just crazy. And that's what happens in Wizardry, so gotta be really, really careful. And I was just inspecting the chest and it blew up. So once they go off, it tends to throw a bunch of traps at you, and it really throws stuff at you. I'm really surprised. And that kind of makes me mad. I mean, I've been down to floor 9 like 3 times and had no problems. Today is the day, I guess. Well, I guess we're going for permadeath again, and we'll see what happens. Ran past the elevator, man. I'm like totally shocked. Yeah, I shouldn't be, because I remember this very well. But it was on the bottom right corner screen. Oh boy. And they throw in the counter at it. Yeah, if I was low hit points, man, throw this at you to kind of take you out before you get out of the dungeon. I said, not today, we're running. Okay, the one thing I do have to do is we'll camp here. Well, at least I didn't lose both of them. But it's going to take a long time to get back up to 13, I tell you that much. And that's what happens. Back-to-back jacks, man. That was something. I picked wrong on a box and exploded. And I probably should have went with the thief's decision. That was kind of dumb on my part. Even looking at it now, that was not a good decision by my part. But I went to inspect this box and it just triggered. So it just, and that's what happens in Wizardry. And that's how quickly all your characters could die. Hey Ultra, how you doing? Playing Wizardry Proving Grounds Mad Overlord Reboot 2024, which I played in 1981. How you doing? Just experienced 2 deaths back to back, and it's permadeath. So if you lose your character, you lose your character. So we're gonna go back. Second trip to the temple today within 5 minutes, and let's see. Here it is. Murmur, chant, pray, evoke. And it did not permadeath my character, thank God. Now, there is something that does affect permadeath. We'll go to the inn, we'll rest. I have to get my character back here. These items, get the staff, and get the robes. There we go. How you doing, Ultra? How's it going? Okay, we're equipped, we're ready to rock. But there is something that a lot of people don't know. Is vitality determines if you revive or not at the temple. And so right now he's at 12, which is a little scary because I'm going to need to put points on that because he has a tendency to die because he doesn't have a lot of hit points. And I don't have a robe to give him plus hit points, so they only have a 7 THAC0 and a plus 7 at that, which is easy to hit. So that's the thing with mages, and that's why you need a few of them in your group and backup group. So it's Christo's 11, so I mean they can go down pretty quick. Bella 18. My Thief, they'll get rezzed for sure. But these two, they're living on thin ice. Anytime something explodes or takes them out, so you gotta really watch. Mages are very destructible in the game. Trap chest, that one blew up before I even got to expect it. That just took me out. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, same thing happens. And in DAPHNE and in Guardia 3, of course, you get the exploding boxes. That's where you're going to see the exploding boxes. Every trap in Wizardry is in DAPHNE, because this is the original game. Original interface also, I just want to make sure I shift here. I do want to make sure I rest everybody so I get the spells back. Okay. Alright. But as we go into the dungeon again, boy, that's 2 for 2 today. That's 2 for 2. So here's the original interface. And it was the full screen. So that actually works. You'll see it work. We get to the corner. The torch gets out of the way, and then you see the corner, and the torch is in the way, but you see the moves. But it actually works. And it was just a picture that would come up. And then there would be description on that interface. But that interface was the full screen. So, with that, and I've asked people, there are no teleporters in DAPHNE yet, but with Abyss 4 coming in, I guarantee teleporters are going to be there. And teleporters are nasty. I don't know how they're going to implement it, but I guarantee you, if they put teleporters in, people are going to freak. I mean, not freak, but that's a good way to lose all your characters. So I don't know if they would put that in the game or not. But exploding boxes are in Guardia. Curse boxes, I mean, all skill point drain, MP drain, and in the original they were called anti-priest and anti-mage, and so I mean there's a lot. I mean it can really rock you. So I had, just by memory, the first 3 levels pretty much mapped out completely in my head, which is really surprising. But so I knew exactly where the elevator is, and so I'm running right to it right now. And we didn't get there. We got bubbly slimes. I guarantee it'll throw me another exploding box. They come in like 2 or 3 or 4 times, so there is a really good possibility you get some heavy duty traps off the bat. It tends to be the same type of traps at times, and then all of a sudden it'll finally go off to something else. But I wouldn't be surprised if I hit a teleporter today. And I definitely think I'll hit another exploding box, which has killed my characters twice, killed Ren twice. So you gotta really be careful. It really... This is the original game, the reboot, but it is the original game. The interface works, it's the original mechanics. They did a great job on this too. They really did. Got a rotting corpse before I could get my AC up. Also can take me down a level if it hits. So we will do prayer, trying to not have that happen. So that's -4 AC for the encounter, and we'll go defend on the rest. I could spell, but there we go, we got him out. Good. Could have been bad. Could have been bad. Could have took me out right away. Here we go, inspect. We'll inspect the chest. Crossbow bolt. Where have we seen this before? Okay, we'll go Calfo. Anti-priest. See what I told you? I mean, yeah, you lose that progress, and that game, this game is coming for me today. I tell you that much. Now, I picked with the priest last time, and I was wrong, and it blew my entire party up. Luckily, only one died, and I was able to res the temple, and then I went to inspect the chest down there, and we're not even on level 9, and we were on level 9, and I got Ren killed again. So now we're going back down there. We're not even there. We're on level 4, going to the other elevator. And here's the choice. And if the priest goes down, I can't rest, but I do have a backup priest. So I am going to go with the thief and hope that the thief is right. So the thief was right. Yay, the thief was right. But yeah, it just like that, you can totally turn your day around and it'd be over. Okay, I just wanted to see where it was. Kind of forgot everything about that. All right, going back to 9. See if we can live past the first 2 rooms. Now, 2 weeks ago, I had a great run in 9. Got about 2 full runs of items. Today, I'm not thinking too well that that's going to happen. So, we have gone this way each time. Maybe I should have went the other way and just said, hey, enough of these exploding boxes today. Don't want no exploding boxes. No exploding boxes. I don't need a prayer in this one. She's not going to get it off. She's not going to get the spell off, so I'm good. I like the graphics. I mean, I think the graphics are pretty good. It's an old school game. They really did a good job on a lot of the implementation. I thought it was excellent. I haven't run into any bugs. I did not do my AC again. I really got to do that. Crossbow bolt. Disarm. Crossbow. Yay. Okay, armor, armor. And you have to identify it with a druid. Every piece of item needs to be identified. It can be cursed. So we camp, because I forgot. We go more light. And then we go big shield. And that's for the entire counter. And we are good. Yeah, everyone could happen. Everyone. Uh-oh. I don't know what that is. It's a Gorgon. It's the first time I've seen him here. I've seen him in Wizardry DAPHNE. That is cool. It's a Gorgon. And 4 priests I don't know about. And on the beast here, it says who actually identifies these guys, and the more I identify them, well, the Gorgon is really bad. This is a big encounter. That is the Gorgon. We got to get him out of there. This is stone cold right here. Yeah, I got priests. Holy shit. All right. Gotta go prayer right off the bat. And to tell you the truth, Frost King on 1 on those priests. And I'd like to get another 4 AC, which I could do. These guys under 8. They're not under 8th level. This is pretty bad. I could do the suffocation, but I don't think. And I could add another 4 AC. I'm gonna hit the priest. I gotta get him out of there. Okay. 36 damage. Hit that Gorgon again. Don't let that Gorgon cast Stone Breath. That Gorgon live? Oh my god, I got him. Wow, that was a cool encounter though. That was a good encounter. First time I've seen Gorgons since 44 years ago. And I thought they were actually basilisks back then. I guess I forgot. Nice, yeah, that was a battle. Now we'll see what kind of chests they dropped. An alarm, which means I'm gonna have to do Calfo. I'm gonna have to. Yeah, they're on the same page. If this goes off, I get another top end of counter back to back. Alarm. Got it. There's a sword. Was it worth it? We'll see. Got a Dragon Slayer. And one of the items. Last on Monday. I was pretty happy about that. But it actually isn't as good as my +2 longsword. Good against dragons, but not good against anybody else. Big loot. Big loot. Fat loot. Fat loot. This is going to be a little interesting. Yeah, living on the edge today, man. It's been kind of brutal. Didn't get these vibes the last time I was down here, but I know it's really dangerous down here because of the encounters we're going to hit. There's about 40, on the beast area, there's about 40 critters that I haven't seen yet. So, and I know level 10's teaming with them. I'm kind of pushing on level 9, but I'm doing okay. And have been able to handle it so far. I actually had this whole outside area mapped out. Oh, that's bad. The Overlord's impervious to spells, so that is really... Gonna have to concentrate, gonna have to go on that. Gonna have to go with the dispel just to be lucky. And then gonna have to go with hit him with torch. Hit the back with torch. At least I have my AC up, so I'm down to -6, but back row isn't. Okay. We got a couple of them. Back-to-back torches, that works. Should take them all out. Oh, did not get him. Oh, I got a dispel off, but I don't get experience for the ones that got dispelled, so I missed 2, but that's all right. Okay, let's get back into a normal run on these chests. Blades. Should check it. Okay, now I gotta check it. Oh, if it fails the first time, you better check. Yeah, it says blades. Well, got it. Jesus. Been a rough one. This one's been a rough run. I started off bad and it got worse. Killed Ren twice. Luckily he rezzed. Vitality's only 12, so it's not 18 like the others. So he could have experienced permadeath. He dies a lot. We'll see what happens in this one. Oh boy. You know, this is Medusa. This is Medusa's. I haven't seen a Medusa yet, which is surprising. But okay, so 1. Get the back one with 1 shot. Concentrate on the front. I will do prayer. Get a -4 AC, and Blizzard Blast should work on these guys. And a Spark Storm for a mop up. I think I will mop up the back just in case I miss. Don't want them gazing. No gazes from you today. All right, took them down on the front row and the back row. So with my level 13 characters, I can handle it down here. I really don't want to go to the 10th level until I'm like level 15. And that might be a mistake on my part because I might like lose a couple characters to these boxes and stuff, but I really want to be careful. I know how bad floor 10 is. I remember bits and pieces of it, not the whole thing, no, but it's 44 years ago, but yeah, this was a rough game. It's hard to beat. Stunner. Do I want to check? Yeah, I say stunner. So it's starting to not get towards the exploding trap, so that's good. We'll go with the stunner and fail to disarm. And we'll do it again. And did disarm it. There's a helm. There's a scroll. I need a robes. I need a +1 robes. I haven't been able to find one. Surprised I haven't been able to find one yet. 2 level 8 priests should be alright. Should be able to tank them. They do cast spells, so I do have to do some. Oh, I surprised monsters. Right on. So this is the chance that there's a surprise identified. Try to get more information on them. Yes, that's a difficult fight. Do you want to know the tactic on how to do that? And you're going to have to learn on that one because in the bronze exam for 30 to 40 level, you get another one of her. And so she's a little harder than on 4, but this is where they show you how to learn their tactics. So upping your equipment level is important. It doesn't care if it's bronze gear. I mean, you're going to get better gear, obviously, but you need to have those stat increases at the 5 and 10 mark. And I mean 5 for right now for level 1 is for the first abyss is fine. But with that particular character and your front row and back row, I believe you have Llylgymn too. I don't know if you have Llylgymn or not, but Llylgymn has my best weapon in the game that I've found. Decent axe, actually. It's a expulsion axe that I've leveled. I think it's only 15. It's not 20 yet, which is max. But she's my biggest hitter. So with the Scorpion Queen, you have to defend in the front. You have to heal with your priest. You have to use your mage spells with wind to take it down. And your thief can precision strike. So, but if you keep attacking, and for the first part of the game, you're attacking all the time. You're not even thinking about defense. So it's, you have to defend, let them get an opening, and then when that opening hits, you take your biggest hitter and you fire. Casters will not affect openings, only melee and thieves. And it'll be like triple, quadruple damage. So you wait for the opening, take it out. That's how you get by the Scorpion Queen. It's all tactics. As you move up in the game, you want to be able to learn their tactics, and they ramp you up hard, especially between Abyss 2 and Abyss 3. Extremely difficult. That was brutal. Until you got expulsion weapons. That's like what happens in level 1 with Bane weapons that you'll find. So there's a lot of things to find out. Yeah, Scorpion Lady, that's floor 5, I believe. That actually will be a really helpful floor in the long run for you. Because a lot of the events that come in need you to kill the whatever the, God, I can't even, I'm having a brain freeze. What is the abominable guys, the abyss dudes? Anyway, they'll require that you kill 40 of them. Well, there's an area on level 5 that is where they spawn, and they have, you'll get attacked 5 times every time you go there, and you get about 10 of them at a time. Not in the same fight, but you'll get a total of 10. And as you get there, you're attacking the humanoid, semi-humanoid, and that is also the event today that I was looking at. And so I went there last night on level 5, even though I'm in Abyss 3. And I just ran up there, stood there in that spot, that opening, and let him run into me, and then I went back and I finished it. What happened? Did you get it? I love DAPHNE. I'm having a blast with it. I think it's an amazing game. And this one's scaring the crap out of me today. The Proving Grounds of Mad Overlords decided to take it out on me. Has really decided to take it to the next step. Plates, man, they are throwing crap at me today. All right, 95 certainty. What do you got? Yeah, they got blades. At least it was, what was it? It was blades or stunner or something, and I didn't check with my priest, and it was a teleporter, and it almost killed my entire party. They can teleport you into solid rock, which is pretty amazing. And I probably would have had to change pants, but only 77% chance, man. It's not that great. So we'll go for it. Yeah, I got it. Another sword. Gauntlets. Yeah. All right. Still no robes. Still no robes. These guys are AC 7. They're sitting ducks, and they got like 30 hit points. Yeah, defense, and you can defend with two-handeds, and you can defend with shield and one-handed. And now it's every other turn. Once you get an opening, if it attacks you again, you block. On the next one, it doesn't give you the opening. It gives you every other. It'll give you an opening, and that's every other adjacent turn. So let's say it attacks you, you block it, it'll go back, it'll have the exclamation point with the circle over its head, melee, and thieves can use bows to get that opening and hit it. And you can even hit it with the regular attack. I mean, I would take your best attack and hit it, but for more points, but you can even, you know, if you got nothing left, you can just hit it with a regular attack and it'll still give you massive damage. With that, you defend again, it comes right back. Oh, excuse me, and it won't be an opening. Even though it should be an opening, it won't be an opening. and then you defend again, and it comes back, and it's an opening again because it misses or whatever. And you're going to rely on that tactic even more and adapt to it and like alternate your different attacks from your front line while the other two guard, and or you're going to, you know, get better in the back and get more attacks in. Debuffs and buffs come into play as you advance. So they're ramping you up through every guild exam. It's a little bit harder and it's a little bit tougher. And actually, I thought the ramp up between the Iron exam and the Bronze exam is the worst ramp up in the game. Not as the worst, but it's the widest gap of knowledge because you really have to know in that Bronze exam to get through those nasty mobs to get there. And man, there's some big baddies in there, and they're casters, and you have to change your party, you have to adapt to get to the boss, and then you have to learn the new tactics. So, and the Bronze exam was really tough for me, really tough for me. It took me 12 tries, 9 just to get to the boss. I had 9 times where I didn't make it and I had to go out. And then 3 times, 3 different occasions, and the 9th attack, because I could get 3 a day with the flames. The 9th attack, I finally got it. Now all my characters, all 68 of my characters are past Bronze, so they're all on their way to 40. Even my my no names, my comments. I have like 28 60s now, so. But you know, I played this game and all the Wizardry original trilogy, United Diamonds, Legacy of Llylgymn, so I kind of know the mechanics very well. But a lot of people don't make those backup characters because they want to put everything into their mains and they shoot up to 60. And then if they need another character or another type of stuff, they got to level that damn thing up. So it's, I do it at the same time. And I don't know if that's a better way or not, but that was just because I was always having to make a backup party in the original Wizardry games. But there's a lot in the game that is pretty amazing in Daphne. The nuances, the interactions with characters. I'm going to have to get some water. I'll be right back. But I love both games. And I mean, obviously, Wizardry Variants Daphne is the best game I've ever played for Wizardry title, and maybe the best game I've ever played. And it's not just your normal gacha game. It's actually a legit title, in my opinion. And I like the fact that they're not nickel and diming you with little stars and diamonds and all this shit. They're telling you exactly how much it costs and what you get, and there is some risk involved with paying for the character bones, which you're not guaranteed. But it does help the designers, and they make money off of it, you know. But it's a better interface that I've seen with gacha games. So I've actually gotten with the green gems that come in-game gems. They give you a lot. I think I had 66 character pulls in August, 55 in September, another 66 in October here. And those were free gems, and that's where I made a lot of my legendaries. And so I think it's pretty fair. But we'll see what happens in the long run. But I think the game is pretty amazing. And I thought they did a great thing with all the gifts and everything they did for the player base at the anniversary. I think they killed it. I think they rocked it. Hey, bud. How you doing? Did you get sleepy in your eye? Hold on a sec. There you go. Get that out of there. One. How you doing? You comfy? All right, you gotta move, bud. We love you. Don't bite me. What are you doing? Yeah, nibbling on my... Yeah. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Thank you, bud. Oh. Yeah, there's a lot of things in the game that has nuances with Wizardry. You still have to grind. And really, you don't have to grind if you don't want to. There's two rules of thought, and there's a lot of people that are really this grinding thing, right? So with the fact that I played the original games, you need a lot of backup characters, right? So when I started playing the game and getting equipment, I took, instead of selling that equipment, I took that equipment and put it on my backup characters. And I got them up to 5, when I was in the 20 range. Then I got them up to 10 when I was in the 30. And then I got them up to the 15, and I was equipping all my characters, right? So I was also every day unifying my items. So I take about a half hour every day after chess, when I had my chess streams at night, and I still do. I have 5 during the week. I would go in and unify everything and get better items, right? Some would be green, some would be blue, some would be epic, some would be mythic. And then I look at my other characters and I go, hey, I can make them viable. So instead of just getting all red mythic all the way across and have my 6 characters and they're Billy Bob badass, I went and made my characters with epic and stuff, and they were fully equipped. So if I came up to a situation, because Wizards always had that open concept that you may not experience the same exact thing during encounters because it's randomized and all sorts of things with different characters, different equipment types, different ways of playing the game, what strategies you're using. There's all these different things. So my experience and your experience might not be the same. So with that, there's not just one way to get by something. I remember, and they told me that I would never get to level 60. I'm an old man, I'm Pops, right? So, or I'm Grandpa. So, I played the original games, man. They weren't born yet. So it was going to be probably tougher for me, a little slower. I don't remember everything, but I have a pretty clear mind, and chess has kept me that way. And so, and a lot of people think I'm not as good as I really am, and I let them think that. I'm really happy with letting them think that, because in tournaments, like when I played John Chung in a tournament, he couldn't believe it. Actually, he had to, in the final, had to take a draw a pre-designed draw because our game, he wasn't ready for it, and he totally threw his prep out the window. And there was a reason for that. Because I played him 100 times. I think I only beat him once. But I was playing Skittle games and they didn't matter to me. And then when it came to the real game, he knew I was playing Petros. He knew. I got black. I was like, shit. You know? But I got black. And he knew I was playing Petros. Just knew. Absolutely knew. Played a Sicilian that became closed and I almost beat him. Went 78 moves. He about crapped his pants. And then from then on, he used me as his endgame guy for all his games. So, and people still to today say that, oh, I'm not that good. I'm a shitty player. Yeah. Play me in a tournament face to face. So in the same sense, with this game, people are going, you're going to get to the doll, you're going to stop, right? So, you get to the doll, and the doll is tough. Guarantee it. It's a cool encounter. And I just got to it. But all of a sudden, this experience stuff came out with the pathways to get the, the mastery experience. So I've been running my characters up in Wizardry, DAPHNE. And so I will be trying the doll after the, we got 5 more tickets left. But these guys go, well, you got to do this, you got to put circlets on, you got to get your res gear, you got to do this. And there's some great advice in the groups. I mean, the Facebook group has great advice. And there's some really good guys that got by this, that really know their stuff. But that's not the only way to get by it. In fact, what is it? My name is Alice. She comes in. Really good player. And she's been sick and in the hospital. So she comes up and she goes, I want to cheer you up. She always does. And she goes, I didn't do that. I got to buy it the first time I tried it, she said. I go, well, how'd you do that? She goes, I had a really strong group of fighters. I didn't even use a priest or a mage. I just used 6 fighters with my MC as a fighter class. And I went for the full strike, whatever that's called, and which takes 2 turns. And I hit it 4 times and killed it. And never got a charm off. Didn't even get close. Just smoked it. So every player's experience is different. In Wizardry Variants DAPHNE, there's so many nuances and there's so many abilities. So when people say they grind, they got to do this and they got to get this. And, hey, can you help me with my character? What do I put my allocated stats to? I see that every day in their groups. You know what I do? I hit automation. I just auto allocation. Hello. I can't even say it now. Allocation, holy shit. Anyway, auto allocation. And everybody's going, no, you gotta do it in speed. You gotta do it in strong, no. And I'm like, yeah, kind of funny, actually. It's crazy. Yeah, it really is. I agree. It's your own story. It's what you make of it. It's how you go at it, how you prepare. And that doesn't mean you have to go grind in a freaking dungeon for 12 hours to get stuff and do it over and over for 3 weeks. Some of these people do. That's scary. So it's also a long-term game, man. Why does it have to be instant gratification? Just, you know, take your time. It does. It makes the counters more memorable. I think that everyone's experience being different is really good because it makes the journey or maybe some of the encounters more memorable. It absolutely does. That's how I see it. I think that I enjoy the game, and it's an amazing game in my opinion. Just the nuances. And different characters help in different ways. I mean, yet Tarina prevents ambushes. Shellarex, she falls asleep and nukes a freaking character. She also has premonition, so all of a sudden she starts moving before the attack and she evades the attack, which is really cool when that happens, I gotta say, and when she nukes a character for being asleep. All the different characters have all these slight nuances that you watch and you see it in real time and you're like, wow, they put a lot of effort into this game. This isn't your basic, you know, gotcha game in that sense. It really isn't. I mean, this game's, and we're talking about Wizardry variants, DAPHNE. This game's great too. They did a good job on it, but it is the old interface and the old program, and it works, and it's in the bottom right corner, and that's your interface back then, right there where my cursor is going. So I got off on an old man tangent. And that's okay. Better watch out where I'm going here. Could be rough. Oh my God, now Gorgons are appearing. I haven't seen a Gorgon since I started, and now, of course, Wizardry, holy crap, the Gorgons, they are brutal. Yeah, this can put you to stone. Yeah, cool. Cool art rendering here. Alrighty. Yeah, we're gonna go AC, prayer, because we don't want to get turned to stone. This could be a trip to the temple. And I don't know what I'll freaking do him. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think anything's gonna hurt him. I don't think anything's gonna hurt him. I'll try. He's the Gorgon. He's gonna turn me to stone. We'll identify. We'll see what happens. Okay. Got a good hit. Oh, thank God. And thank God there's not like 12 of them. So that's pretty good. Could have been worse. Could have been a lot worse. Excuse me. And this guy's fine. I think we're going to be all right. I'm still looking for a +1 rub. Haven't seen it. Excuse me. Yeah, second Gorgon of the day, and that's the first time I've seen him. We'll go to the bestiary when I'm about to call it to come back for Wizardry Variants DAPHNE this afternoon, or this evening, 6:30. I do have to run to the store. But, yeah. And that's the way the old game was, too. and start throwing stuff at you, and it'd be start throwing the same stuff, and all of a sudden you get these exploding chests like in a row, and then all of a sudden you get, you know, these teleporters in a row, and all of a sudden you get these really, really hard creatures in a row, and then it would all of a sudden kind of mellow out, you know, for a bit, and then and especially when you were hurt and damaged and running out of the, because you had to hoof it back out of the dungeon, so that's when it threw the most stuff at you, and it was kind of brutal. And a priest, here we go again. I don't want to lose my priest, so I gotta try to check. We'll go Calfo, and it says that a priest, better than 95% certainty. No. Good. Didn't get no magic items. No magic for me. And I could X this and actually jump down that hole. Pretty positive. It might stop me, I don't know. I might have to have an item that I need to find. And we're back to there. And then let's see what we've... Oh, I didn't mean that. There we go. So we know that is not the way inside. And we know the stairs has something to do with that. And there is no way inside here. So we're just kind of running in circles. But I do need magic items, so I am going to check with the camp here. It's a long ways away from level 14, I tell you that much. That's new. That might be really good. Actually, no, it's copper gloves. It's copper gloves. You know, it's copper gloves. And that's regular plate. And I think that's cursed, but it might not be. Sword and helm are regular. The staff is staff and Mogriff. That is -1 sword. Both of them are cursed swords. Yeah. Alright. Still got a ways to go before I can, before I fill up my coffers to go and give this to my bishop. So we're just going around in circles, basically. I have to go to floor 8. I haven't found the stairs in floor 8 either, so I might have to go down to floor 7. Night Stalkers, this is going to be a little tough. Going to be a little brutal. We'll see what we got here. Oh, the monster surprised me. One thing I did turn off, which I really like about Digital Eclipse game here with the 2024 reboot, there are toggles you can toggle off certain old school things that were really annoying back in the game, back in the original Wizardry, and that is when they surprise you, they could fully cast spells at you, and they could wipe you out before you even had a chance to react. Now, Wizardry Variants DAPHNE has put that in the game, and I think that's really cool. Because for the most part, it doesn't wipe your whole party out. I mean, but in the original game, it would take your whole party out, they'd be dead, and that is just in 5 seconds. Just bam, run into an encounter and gone. So you can toggle it off, and there's new things that they've added to the game that you can toggle on, and there are old things that you keep on. The other thing that I toggled off was eating my characters after they died in the square. That if you don't get to them fast enough, they can deteriorate or they can be eaten by monsters, and you'll never get them back to be even able to try to res them from ashes. You won't find their bodies. So I toggled that off as well. So quality of life things for the player for this game, but it's more of a nostalgia, and actually it's a really good game. It's fun. I'm going to dispel, and we're going to just do a Llylgymn. And as you can see, I've got all my spells and how many spells I have of each one. And I'm going to do a double just to make sure I get them. That was a dispel, by the way, so I didn't get experience for that. Llylgymn was ineffective, so I had to melee. Good to know. And that's what we saw back in the right corner, that little stick figure dude. That was the skeleton. But it said what it was, Night Stalker. And we had to use our imagination. I agree. I like the thing that I think makes it more rewarding when you get by something like this. Because, you know, a lot of people are going to just lose interest and not try to get it done. I think it's very, very, very cool that not only they're the first game with vector line graphics and 3D graphics for the personal computer. There was another game, Lord Garriot's Ultima came out after Wizardry, but he had a pre-game that was named something else, and it was like stick figure dudes on the land, similar to his Ultima 1 and Ultima 2. And I played Ultima Online, WoW, EverQuest, I played them all, Star Wars Galaxies, Star Wars Old Republic, but with that, with the old, with that other game, I never saw it on the shelves. I mean, they said that's the actual first graphical game for the home personal computer. First graphical RPG. I never saw that game. That game was not on the shelves in my area. Now, it might have had a limited run, but still, Wizardry with the vector line graphics, that was the first time 3D graphics were introduced, and the other competition was all text-based. It was Zork 1, 2, and 3 was out, and I bought them, and Apple Adventure, and I didn't. They ended up being in a pile. I didn't really play them a lot. And there was a football game with paddles with 0 to 9, and it was kind of fun. You know, you try to play football, but you had to have another person play, and you couldn't play it by yourself. There was no you against computers, so it kind of stunk. And the one game that didn't stink was Wizardry variant, or Wizardry Proving Grounds of Mad Overlord. And then Night of Diamonds came out about 9 months later, and it was basically an expansion. What's interesting, they showed the box, and if you Google it, they show the silver box, and it didn't come in a box for me. And I pre-ordered it, but it was in a pack, and it wasn't silver. It wasn't a silver box. So it was kind of a little pack thing, and it had the instruction. The original Wizardry had a little booklet, right? And you know, the black box, and it was more expensive. The original Wizardry was pretty expensive compared to the other games. And the guy Apple guy said that it was really, really good. He said it's amazing, and so I said, okay, I'll do it, you know, and I went for it. And then I think I was my only friend. I don't think anybody else had an Apple II Plus. I think I was the only one. And a couple of them had Commodores, so they played it on the Commodore, but it hooked up to your TV. But it was kind of crazy, you know. But yeah, the Legacy of Llylgymn was the most brutal because everybody was stoked for that game. Especially, I really liked Knight of Diamonds. I liked the fact that you get the Knight of Diamond armor pieces. I thought it was an expansion. It really gave me new stuff. My save characters. I think that was the one that had the puzzle in it. The riddle that it took me a while, like 2 weeks to solve, because we didn't have internet, and you had to spell it right, and I kept spelling it wrong, which is really dumb because it wasn't that hard, and I overthought it. But from that experience with it, I really liked Knight of Diamonds, and then waited another year and a half to get Legacy of Llylgymn. And, you know, I had my save floppy and all my save disks from Knight of Diamonds, from Proving Grounds, took the characters over to Knight of Diamonds, and was ready to go and put it in Legacy of Llylgymn. And got the game, pre-ordered it, was ready to go, went and bought it, was excited, put it in my Apple II Plus, started to load it, asked for my save disk for other characters, I put it in, and it said, your characters are dead. And I was like, what? Kind of the same thing that you'll experience it soon. For new players. And I'm like, what? So they did it as that your characters got old and passed away, and their children's children are taking up your armor and stuff to go fight, and all your stuff. I don't know if you only got a few of those items. I think you got a few picked items for you. I don't think we got all of our gear from one and then Knight of Diamonds and Proving Grounds. I do remember we getting the stats. We're getting our stats. We're good. And then everybody started at level 1. They started totally at level 1. Yeah, it looked great. We didn't see anything even above that at that point. It was cutting edge, 1981. We'd never seen anything like this before. And it was smooth, and it was an easy concept, and it was, don't overthink it's stupid. If I recall that quote by somebody, I don't know who said that, but, you know, most easiest ideas, you know, don't get overcomplicated. And they did a freaking great game off this. You know what I'm saying? This game was legendary to anybody in North America that knew about it. And then it came out for the PlayStation 2 and maybe the PlayStation 1, Nintendo. Everybody knew about Wizardry. Now, Return of Verdna was really difficult. And the company, Surtech, asked for our character save disks. If you registered with them, and I did, they asked for them, so I sent mine in. I'm pretty sure my original characters are in Return of Verdna, because I passed all three. I passed Proving Grounds, Knight of Diamonds, Legacy of Llylgymn. And then I played Return of Verdna, and I was older, and it was hard. It was way more difficult, and with people putting their character sheets in, you're the bad guy trying to get out, and you're going up against characters that played in the game, played in the first 3 games, and they had gear, and you didn't, and it was brutal. I just didn't get into it, and I didn't like the fact that you were the bad guy. I really didn't like that, and it's kind of the same reason I didn't like the prequels in Star Wars. I mean, I just didn't like the premise of celebrating the hero as a villain, I mean, I can see the point, but I didn't like it. Man, I'm just getting crushed here. Yeah, Monster surprised me, man. They're going to take a shot. There it is. Going back to the temple right there. Boom, boom, boom. That's how quick Wizardry can make you pay. That is something. Who got nailed? Ooh, Jesus. Not only once, got it twice. Oh my God. Yeah, that, I didn't even notice that. I was talking and I had no idea. Drained a level twice. You can get it back and go to the temple. Well, I mean, Darth Vader, I just didn't like it. I just did not like it. That he was the center of the prequels. That's just my feeling. I saw Star Wars in 1977. I was 2 months shy of 21. And then loved Empire Strike Back, loved Star Wars, New Hope now, but it was called Star Wars at the time when we saw it. And then I just didn't like the prequels. You've got to stop doing that, buddy. I love you. But all entrances is blocked from turning off the computer today. Hey. I love you. I definitely didn't like 8. I thought 8 there were some really cool moments in 8 that I thought were cool, but what they did to Luke Skywalker, and that was my favorite character, and I'm older, and you're telling me that he wouldn't race to that planet to help, that he would make an image of himself and spend so much force that he would disappear. He would pass away and then disappear like Yoda. And I just think he could have done that better. And why didn't his arm, his metal of his hand fall on the thing? It was just a robe. I don't know. There were certain things I didn't like. I hated Darth Vader's character. I hated the whole Anakin, as a kid to, hey, look at me, I became this most evil person in the world. Let's show that. Let's fantasize on that. I didn't like that. I didn't. My dad was in World War II. It's like, I don't know. I just didn't like it. Yeah, he tried to go a new way. They tried to also with 9, and I thought 7 was pretty good actually. But you know what? It was a direct copy of 4. I mean, it's a direct copy of New Hope with a different. It was kind of unreal they did that. And excuse me, I cat hair. But I was just like, I actually like 7. It's because they use the same formula for New Hope. 8, he took a risk. And he thought everybody would be loving it. And it didn't happen. And I don't know why they messed with the Skywalker character, but they wanted to up these, to get more women to watch Star Wars, I think. And so they went a different way. It didn't work. Yeah, they fumbled 8 bad. I thought 3 was the best of the prequels. Most definitely 3 was the best. But, it's the same with the Night Sister thing that they did. I love The Mandalorian. I really like it. I watched every episode of Star Wars Rebels, even as an old man, because I loved it, Yeah, the Force is female. Coffee comes out of nowhere. The Force is female. Yeah, right. Oh my God. Dude. Yeah, Force is not male or female. The Force is all being. Anyway, so what was that? I can't remember I watched the series. I've got Disney Channel. I was stoked to see it. The Acolyte. Holy crap, that was horrible. I gotta say, there were potholes. There was stuff that I didn't like. And it wasn't because I didn't like some of the characters they made and the female characters, whatever. It's just that when you make and Star Wars is for kids, and it just, I don't know. There were just certain things that really turned me off about it. And, there were cool things that I thought, in it too, but man. And then of course they turn on the consumer when the consumer doesn't like stuff. And I didn't think it was a totally bad series. It had entertainment value. I thought Andor was way better. I'm really excited for man, I'm having a brain fart. What's her name? God, it's right on the tip of my tongue and I can't remember. Getting old. The neutral Jedi in Rebels. God, why am I missing her name? Anyway, I'm looking forward to that season 2. Yeah, it was such an agenda, and the person that they put as a director had an agenda for this the whole time. And they've been doing that at Disney and just getting their ass kicked. And I am not against them or their political views or anything. I'm not. It's just, man, makes all the movies, when you go creative movies and you take a chance, don't rely on a political narrative. That really bothers me. Yeah, I saw the first season of Rings of Power, and I didn't think it was that bad. I never watched the rest of it. I just didn't have any interest in Rings of Power, and I love Tolkien, but I never watched it. Yeah, yeah. It didn't they just cut New World? I haven't played New World, but I heard they just dumped it. People put hours and hours and hours into that game and it's gone. Okay. Oh, God. I made a mistake here. God, I get to talking. No words, coffee, no word. Coffee, have you met Ultra? Ultra meet Coffee. Coffee is also Huff and Puff. Yeah, this one's gonna be a little bit brutal, I think. No, 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 I fucked up that. That was my fault. Oops. That was my fault. That was my fault. Okay, he didn't get him. Clink, clank. 2 went down. Oh, got the shield. Got the shield. Good job. Tank, tank. Tank, tank. I really think that the game's been well done. I really like it. Look at what we used to look at with those. That's what the fighters were, the knights and stuff. That's what it was. Now this has been the story of the day today. It's just been rock and a priest. Calfo from my priest. Well, it's just saying the same thing. If that gets through, man, my priest is dead. And we made it through. Mace, 95. Okay. I do have to go back. I didn't want to go back, but I just realized that my thief has lost 2 levels. And he's going to be really underhanded. Really underhanded. In trying to solve the chess. And that's what might have blown me up and I didn't see it. So I've got to go back. It was yeah, it's been a rough day. Coffee, you missed it. I killed off 2 of my characters right off the bat. It was the same character. Luckily, I rezzed them both times, didn't experience permadeath, but it was it was close. 2 exploding boxes back to back. One, my priest said it wasn't an exploding box. My thief said it was. I followed my priest because I figured it's supposed to be a seer spell. And I was wrong. And that blew up. That was the first encounter of the day. And then I think what the 3rd box, I went down to inspect it and it blew up in my face and killed Rend again. Rend went down twice. Yeah, I don't want to make a mistake here, so let's get up. Oh shit, I went to 3. So we'll see what happens here. Gotta get out. Gotta get out of this place. And they do. They send stuff at you when you're leaving. Luckily, I've got hit points and stuff, so I'm not going to have a tough time of this. When I lost my party and backup party about a month and a half ago, and I haven't experienced permadeath yet in this game. I've experienced it 44 years ago. But I did wipe my primary group out and my secondary group, and trying to get them, because you had to take, I was taking 2 less, and I probably should have went with 5 instead of 4, and I wiped both groups out. But today, man, that was brutal. Today was more brutal than anything I've seen. And I remember, man, how unforgiving, and when I ran out on the 3rd attempt of trying to get those guys, one of my guys had 1 hit point left, the whole party was wiped. At least they got them razzed. And he kept throwing stuff at me the whole time. Wizardry is the Dungeon Master, especially in the original games. So, we have to go to the temple once more. 3rd trip today to the temple. Ooh, that is that's a lot. Luckily, I found that ring early on. It was called the Deadly Ring. And you could tell by the icon it was cursed. And I ran into one before 44 years ago. I don't know if it was a ring or a sword or whatever. But I tried to equip it, and I couldn't get it off for the longest part of the game. And I didn't get any money out of it, because once you equip it and you do get it off, you want to sell it, it's worth 1. So this happened to be worth 250,000, and my druid identified it, which was really cool. But we will. Okay. Man, that was brutal. Brutal. Okay, we gotta go to the inn. Man, I didn't even see that the first time, actually. I just saw they lost 2 levels, that she lost 2 levels, my thief. Okay. What's interesting about this is when you lose the level, you don't lose your stats. You just lose the level. So when you get it back, you actually add attribute points, and it makes your guys 18, 18, 18 across. I kind of forgot about that in the original game, and it's still in here, so interesting. Okay, there's one. And let's see. Vitality, it runs on vitality when you die, so I think we're good. And we'll hit enter. And guess what? I got another one. So it knocked me too. So actually these characters that kill your levels, that, you know, take your levels away, your stats actually increase from it. So again, I just got 5 more attributes. So guess what this character's going to do? So that's a good day. makes what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I'm kind of surprised they still have that in the game, but I'm good with it. I'm good with it. I'm totally good with it. Okay, we'll rest. Let me go back here. Yes, it's time. It's almost time. Shadow, it is. Okay, so let's trade out here. Oh, that's a bad mace. That armor might be too. I might have got rocked today. Those are two bad swords. Yeah. All right. Okay. Let's see what happens. Go to the tavern. Remove. And this is the thing you have to remember if you do get the game. You need to go to the character screen. If you're on the item screen, he will not remove. See that? He won't remove. So you got to go to the ability screen. I think that was just a mess up they didn't notice. But you go to the ability, your character screen, and now he removes. And what that did was, I thought I had too full of a roster, so I took out a Lord and a Samurai that I just recruited from the tavern and replaced them. And went to the trading post, deleted them, and then found out that I was on the wrong screen. I was on the item screen, couldn't add them. I couldn't subtract them to replace them into my backup group. So now I want to add, and we go to my level 10. There's Ren there, and okay. And we're good. Hit the Z button. Some extra key work here a little bit, but I really did like the interface, and really the game isn't buggy at all. It's really well done. So we want to leave. I do want to go one thing, and I want to see something really quick. I do check, because new characters come all the time. So there's a good human samurai, and I would rather have, I don't have a samurai, so, because I dumped him, so I am going to pay that. Good and neutral can run together. Evil and neutral can run together, unlike Wizardry Variants DAPHNE, which I think it's even more dynamic that Wizardry did the Wizardry Variants DAPHNE, but everybody can run together because all the interaction of the characters, bitching at each other and bitching at you, and all that nuance that they put into it, and the voice acting is fantastic at Wizardry Variants DAPHNE. It's amazing. So let me see what else we got. We got a good dwarf lord. We got a level 8. Already got one. Could get one though. Yeah, I think we're fine. Okay. So we go to the inn. Get the party member. Okay. The gauntlets are going to be okay. The mace is not. This armor might be okay. I'm not sure. Okay, inventory's full. Wow. Why am I missing? Why I got a short sword? Did I forget this? Huh. Damn it. Don't want to do that. See, sometimes you pick something and it doesn't pick what you want. So you think you got it, but you don't. Oh, it's +1 leather. That's okay. This one's good too, I think. Yep, there you go. That is a good day. That is going to be used by Charlotte, I think, because everybody else is okay. That's the copper gloves. This is a bad mace. Okay. Leather armor 2. Breastplate. Krista Rose. Charlotte Rose. Leather armor 2. Equip. Alrighty. That's a good day. And we'll go to trading posts. I could do it all at once, but I try to get it done quickly. I can buy anything I need, so also anything that you get in the dungeon, that's the only things that sell to your characters. So you can't find a shiny widget robes, you know, because you have to actually find it first in the dungeon. Sell it to the trading post, and the trading post sells it back to you if you need it. So and we don't need the leather armor. Some of my characters might, my newer characters, but always equip them when I run them. And copper gloves. Why isn't that equipped? Oh no. I sold it. That son of a gun. That was dumb. Okay, so we'll have to find it here. Where is it? Where is it? Whoa. Huh. Well, that sucks. There's that deadly ring. I just accidentally sold the damn thing. And only what you can use shows up. So maybe my druid can't use it. And that's why. Yeah, obviously can't. Can't use copper gloves. Fighters can. Where is it? There they are. Okay, so I kind of blew that. That's okay. Learn something new every day. Kind of make sure that you click on it correctly and transfer it over. Okay. You want to see it? Yeah. I think that's a short sword +1 or a regular sword. And Crisco. Okay, armor. It didn't show me what that was. Oh, it I thought I was doing armor and it did do the short sword. That's weird. Hi, buddy. Come on, click that thing. What the hell? Hey, how you doing? You're fine. You are fine, bud. Uh-oh. What the frick is going on here? What the hell? Actually, I cannot get out of this. Yeah, I'm locked up. Sorry, I'm locked up. That was weird. That was weird. Oh, great Ultra. Abenius rocks. Abenius rocks. Yeah. I think it's only happened to me one time. It really, there hasn't been bugs, but yeah, that was weird. That was really weird. Okay, so we're still here. Let's see what we got. We got to go to the trading post again. Oh, I don't want to do that. What am I doing? All of a sudden I sell my shit. Let me see. All right, let's get back to it. Okay, short sword. What? Wait a sec. Wait a sec. I sold all this stuff. Equip leather armor 2. Okay, so it crashed on me. So it's a little bit funky on the interface. Okay. Now I thought I could equip that. I guess I can't. So I am gonna. I don't think you can use copper gloves. So I will sell it. At least I get a second chance to make that mistake twice. Figured I'd step up. Okay, let's. Try it again. Yes, buddy. You okay? You alright, buddy? Love you, Shadow. Hi, bud. Where are you? I see you. Yeah, I know. My name's John. Come here. Calls me by name. I learned that about 2 years ago. And at 3 o'clock in the morning, he says it over and over and over until you get up. And he's a good boy. He knows it. Okay, let's see here. Items. So it's a little bit clunky in this area. I wish it was a little easier to get this across. I mean, Wizardry vs. DAPHNE is just fucking solid all across the board now. And yes, they did have some bugs early on, and yes, they had that engine thing. But man, they gave us so much compensation. It was crazy. It was great. Man, for them to respect the player base like they do, and respect their game and respect Surtech and the legacy that Surtech did make from Wizardry. I'm impressed with Dracom. I really am. I know people in North America bitch a lot, and I do too, and I get frustrated when I get freaking one-shotted, but man, they did a great job on Variance Daphne. And this game, they did a really good job too. I think they could, clean it up just a little better, but it's fantastic. It's a good game, and it takes me right back to 44 years ago. Takes me right back. I mean, crazy how that is. See how long it takes to identify stuff? I mean, if it clicks and it works, it's very quick. Short sword +2, I think. Or +1, my bad. Regular helm. Okay. And I just go to the trading post, just sell it. I got rich off one item, so that really helped me. I don't need this stuff. Can't use the helm, which I was kind of surprised that Druids can't use the helm. There were certain things I remembered 44 years ago, there's certain things I don't. But I do like the fact that I did get leather +2. That was a good day. I can just buy everything else. Okay. So, you have to go back and forth. I wish they would a little bit better in that regard, but here's the older interface, and what can you do? Hey, Shadow, what's up? I know. And be loved. I know. Yes, we love you. We love you. You're amazing, Sauce. Yes, you're amazing. Okay. Like I clicked that thing and there we go. Just a little clunky. That's a -1 sword. So dual-wield mages in Wizardry. Never heard that before, and nobody ever went with it again, but dual-wield mages in Wizardry. Yeah, I have 2 cats and they're amazing. Love my kitties. Much the talker. Okay, we will hopefully identify this. -1 short sword. Mogriff is the staff, I think. What? Whoa. That equipped that staff. Thank God it's not a bad thing. That makes me mad. I just equipped that damn thing. And that's why it's a little clunky. It just, for some reason, it doesn't carry over. And that's kind of problems. Gives you a little problem there. And a -1. But it just, it does all of a sudden you think you're on one and it picks the other one. And it doesn't even show that you're on the other one. It just throws it, you know. So I equipped something that I had no intention of equipping. And if it was cursed, it would have been stuck on my character. I would have had to go to the temple to get it off. Man, I got a lot of -1 short swords. Okay, that's good. Get a final rest. Make sure they're all status quo. And gotta take this, go to the main character. Drop her in. There she is. Then I have to click out. Then I have to click plus. And then I have to click in again to get red. And then Z to click out. And hit it again. Shift bar to rest. And now all the items have been identified. There was nothing big. I did get a better leather, a +2 armor, and I heard someone saying that, but I guess priests are for the undead or party heals. Yeah, it's undead, healing, and debuffs for mages and attack spells. But by having a dual class, once you get to 60, instead of having a mage and a wizard, a mage and a priest, like Alice the priest, Yekaterina the mage, you change class with them after 60 level. And now you got a 60 priest and a 60 mage, and Yekaterina is the priest, and Alice is the mage, and they're both multi-class, and you put them in your back row, and it's like having 2 mages, 2 clerics, and you can throw spells of whatever you want in there. I mean, you can totally adapt and make your party more versatile in the long run. So that's a really good thing about Wizardry Variants DAPHNE. There's so many nuances in Wizardry's Variants DAPHNE. I mean, like when you're underwater, I mean, the muffled sound of the people talking next to you and your characters, and you can't use spells, and it's really actually a pretty solid game. It's a 5-star title in my opinion. They really didn't have to go microtransactions, and really, honestly, they don't hurt. I mean, they're actually really respectful in those microtransactions. There's player that's free to play player, getting the green gems in game. You get 2,000 green gems, and it's an 11 character poll, and you know that, and they don't hide it. And shoot, and all of a sudden, their regular percentages for legendaries is higher than most gacha games. So you get those legendaries a lot, you get doubles, and I think they do a great job. I really do. So, 2.5 hours today. I was going to go 3, but I do have to get to the store, and if I don't get my medicine for my... So, I do have to do that. I got to take a shower as well. It's 2:13. I want to get out of here by 3, get back by 6:30. So I am going to go for the game menu. And this is a bestiary, and I've talked about this, and there is, it looks like 100 monsters in the game, and I'm missing quite a few, which I know are going to be on level 10, but it might be in the inner level 9 and 8. So we'll have to see what happens. But what's really cool is, like, my resistance I've identified, so I know it's a beast. Base AC is 12, hit point range 1d3 plus 1. I mean, it's all based on D&D. But because I haven't got it completely identified, I don't know what the resistance are, extra actions, or special traits. I do know it's accompanied by orcs 10% of the time in the lower levels. So, and identified by Bella and Charlotte on floors 1 and 2. So those identified things work, and it's actually really cool. The more you identify, the more you know about the character. And what I didn't even know, you click this, and the more you know, it changes. The text changes and gets more elaborate. So it's pretty cool. They did a great job on this. Absolutely great job. That was phenomenal. So, of the ones that we ran into that I didn't know about, there's 3 of them. So, did I get information? Yeah, I know. I do know resistance and extra actions. And wow. That's a prayer for AC prayer. And their resistance to, I believe, sleep. Yeah. Accompanied by Wervins and treasure type G and Q. Pretty good. So I know everything there is to know, do I? Yes, fallen priests alleged to have reached level 8 certainly pose some danger. Particularly their badial spells threaten the lives of weaker adventurers occupying the rear guard. Even so, calm and careful observation will reveal these priests have only actually achieved level 7. Oh, that is interesting. They claim otherwise in order to avoid being wiped out by a judiciously cast Magneto spell, which they can hardly withstand. So, oh, that's that spell that takes anything out under level 8. So they would go down. That's interesting. I like the detail. I really do. I like what they did with this. The Gorgon, that's new. As the maze is not fully yet explored or even understood, many details about its dangers and inhabitants remain unknown. Our archives will only benefit from inquisitive adventurers willing to gather knowledge to help our research. And by that knowledge, you have to press identify when you're in Wizardry. Proving Grounds and Mad Overlord, the reboot. Pretty cool stuff. Seen on floor 9 and Curso. That's the first time I've seen it on floor 9. I've been on 9 for 3 weeks. I haven't progressed. I wanted to get to 14, 15 level, and I do want to get Rogue +1, +2 before I go down there into 10, because it'll rock you. So 1d1, Spirits is 2,900. We do not know what it likes to run with, and we don't know about the resistance and anything about it. Do know that guaranteed it turns you to stone and it kills your party. So you really got to watch. That one's a nasty one. So here's something else. We do not know what this priest is. Totally unknown, not yet identified. I thought we kind of identified it. I guess we didn't. And as the maze is not fully yet explored or even understood, many details about its dangers and inhabitants remain unknown. So again, if you don't identify them, and you don't, I think there's 3 or 4 levels of the identification, maybe 3, but also with this wording changes too. So that is a very cool thing. And That is probably a level 8 priest that's a level 7 that I probably could take out. But pretty neat stuff, I thought. I think they did a great job with this bestiary. And certain things, these guys are nasty. They are an instant kill machine. They hit you one time, you're done. Fire dragons are pretty cool. Saw that on level 7. There's that little group of squares that gets hotter and hotter and hotter. And there's actually 2 encounters with them. They can be up to 4. These guys are rough. And I don't know a lot about them yet. And then, of course, the Gorgon, that's something new. I have not. That'll probably be a clip today because I haven't seen it before. Fire Giant, that was 2 weeks ago. And really cool character. Can't wait to see more giants. And the Chimera, as some people call it, Chimera. Yeah, it's Gorgon's big, and we don't know how many can run. We've only seen one, so, but they really have done a nice job on the art. They really have. There's a lesser demon, and there's an earth giant. I mean, seen him on floor 8 and 9. You gotta watch out for this guy. And then that guy's cool as cool could be, I gotta say. Pretty cool. And we don't know any information on the text part about him. But it's really cool how they did this. I think they did a great job. And so I still don't have the resistance and special actions, but I do have a lot of it, group size and the class and base AC, as well as I click on this and it tells me more about. Wyverns and dragons are not the same, the former having branched off into a distinct species of beast many years ago. Though they bear many psychological similarities, a keen observer will note that wyverns' wings have completely replaced the forelimbs seen where did I lose that? Forelimbs seen on dragons. Wyverns also are far from intelligent and are unable to perform breath attacks of any sort as well. Their strength and vitality, however, are not to be underestimated, and few other flying creatures can match their aerial prowess. Indeed, once they take to the skies and have the space to fly freely, they reign supreme and without fear. The last verdant's confined domain affords them no such freedom, keeping them much closer to the ground and as a result much less imposing. That was pretty well done. I just really like that. So I think we got all that today. And of course your old school options, you can go straight old school. And game options, better quality of life for the player. So thank you all for coming in today. I appreciate everybody that watches. I thank you for subbing on YouTube. I will comment if you comment under the VOD after. TOS does not allow me to have the chats up for both YouTube and Twitch because I primarily stream on Twitch. So after the VOD is over, send a shout out and I'll respond. Thank you so much. Thank you for following on Twitch TV. JJsChessPatzerPalace, one word. JJ's, JJ, little j, little s. Chess, C-H-E-S-S. Patzer, P-A-T-Z-E-R. Palace, P-A-L-A-C-E. I almost couldn't spell my own name. JJsChessPatzerPalace on Twitch TV. Follow. It's free. Come in and chat. Once you follow, you can immediately come in and chat and talk and chat, and I will see it. I don't see the YouTube. And sometimes I turn off and I look and there's chat that has gone there and I never saw it. It never came up. And so I apologize for that. Try to answer everybody I can. So it was nice to have you in, Ultra. Thanks for coming in. And yeah, I will be live at 6:30 again, and that will be Wizardry Variants Daphne. My next Proving Grounds will be Monday, and that will be 11 o'clock. And I sometimes, sleep in and I get to 11:30, but I try to make sure that I get there every day. The one thing I wanted to do is I put the Discord up. It was great to see Huff Puff Coffee came in. Thank you, Coffee. You rock. She rocks. She really does. And there's the Discord. And you notice that my music went off. That is, looks like a VW there. There we go. JJ Plays Wizardry. Appreciate everybody that watches that, and I'm not allowed to have those chats up, so once the VOD comes up and live, send a shout out. And if you share or sub, really appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the content. Thank you for coming in. I really appreciate the opportunity I have, and I'm old, so I did have some situations this last year with COVID, and first time I ever got it, which was in September, and I was out for an extended period of time, 9 weeks. And then 3 weeks after that, all of a sudden the hip and the knee started hurting, and I went to the orthopedic surgeon, and they said it wasn't bad enough to operate, and that they put me on Majorna, and I lost 62 pounds, and my A1C was off the hook, 9.3. It's now at 5.7 on a new diet, and I had to use a cane, and I could barely walk for off and on for about 6 months, 7 months. And so just about 2-3 months ago, all of a sudden the pain stopped going away. I still got twinges like today. I've got a little twinge, but pain completely disappeared. And I can walk without a cane in the house. I still use it for stability, but out and about. But this is my social time. And so my best friends, they own a bar here, and I go over, and like today I'll be going over and having lunch there. And then my bestie, she comes in, checks on me, and her boyfriend, she met a year ago, and she is really happy, and she's still my best friend, and that's really cool. We were roommates for 5 years. But this is my social time to be able to talk. So I hope you guys, enjoy the content. And welcome back, everybody. And you probably heard nothing of that because if you want to sub on Twitch, you can sub on Twitch and prevent that. So, but thank you for following, and I very much appreciate it because this is my social time daily. So I'm getting older. So thank you so much. You guys have a great day, afternoon, and we will see you at 6:30 tonight. I might be a little bit late. Might be 7 at the most. But we're going to do some variants. Daphne, I have not logged into the game today, so I'll probably have to do my dailies. And we're going to do an experience running the path of freedom or whatever, the pathway to whatever that special event for extra experience. Man, that is a great instance. Get about 10 encounters with 47,000 experience apiece. And I've been leveling characters up like you wouldn't believe. I mean, I've just been taking everybody. And I actually made my MC in Wizardry Variants DAPHNE the third class. So it was MC 60. Just got him to fighter like two days before this event hit. And then I think it was Potter that came in. It could have been Huff. But I think it was Potter that came in and said, John, man, multi-class your characters down. You already got him to 60. Just get it done so you have more versatility. And I'm like, ooh, okay. Good idea. You guys rock. Have a great day. See you on the flip side. I'll be on tonight, 6:30, maybe 7.